Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So similar to Bitcoin, also here for Ethereum, we need at least one more wave here to the upside. It's tricky at the moment, Ethereum. It really is. So we have the possibility that obviously we are in this larger 5-wave move. That's sort of the idea. Yeah, if we only get 3, it is very likely that we will continue the bear market on the way down. So ideally we need at least one more wave up to finish off that 3rd wave, and then a 4th and a 5th. At the moment we are in this large wave 3. I took some of the subwaves out just because it is confusing otherwise, and if we don't need them anymore, took them out. But in this scenario here, the idea is that off this December low we moved up in a wave 1, we came down in 2. We possibly topped here in a wave 3, that was sort of on the weekend, last weekend. And that we then came down here. That wave 4 in green, so this is the wave 3 in green. This wave 4 in green could be in with this latest low. And we could now move up in this 5th wave, but it would need to be some kind of a diagonal pattern because the move off the low yesterday was corrective. Yeah, but I gave already you guys and also the channel members on Discord and Telegram another entry point here, possible entry point to trade this, which already worked out, but let's see if that will follow through and put here higher highs in. And then we would finish the 5th wave. Alternatively, and this is sort of the uncertainty obviously we all have to deal with if I'm zooming in. Alternatively, the wave 4 here in green is not over yet, because you can also count this differently. You can count it as a so-called WX Y pattern, and then in the Y wave we have an A, B, C, but we would really need to follow through to the downside. So if we tomorrow, maybe as a reaction to the PCE data, see a strong sell-off, then we would say, you know, this is the C wave in Y in 4, and then this wave 4 will go down a little lower. Key bullish support remains at 1370 at the moment. Going below that level would increase the probability that we're going to continue with the bear market. So against this level we can focus on higher. And then I gave you earlier in this video, earlier today in one of the previous videos, a possible long trade scaling in support area. That's sort of the micro support. Now it sort of has failed to follow through impulsively, but anybody who entered, I think I shared it to before it actually happened, before we touched it actually on Telegram and Discord. You could move up the stop loss. Yeah, I'm not convinced that this is going to follow through yet, but at least you can get stopped out in break even or at break even. The problem is that off this low here, we moved up only in 3 waves so far. Yeah, I can only see an A, B, C. Could it still become a 5th wave? Could we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yes, but then it has retraced too much for a reliable impulse, so it would be possibly a diagonal pattern if we push higher here. But yeah, again, as long as we're holding this sort of micro support, this could be in the blue wave count a so-called diagonal. It doesn't need to go that high, yeah, but it could become a diagonal pattern in 5 waves, in 5. And each of the subwaves as ABC. A, B, C in wave 1, then we came down here in wave 2, A, B, C in wave 3, and so on. Yeah, that's sort of an option as long as the green support area there is holding. This is between 1545 and 1580. Yeah, the problem is if we lose 1545, then we're dropping below the 78.6 retracement, and again 90% of trades usually fail if it drops below that support level. It can still work out, but it's getting very unreliable. But that's where we are, yeah. And I mean, possibly we develop here some kind of an inverse head and shoulders, but it's a bit too early to talk about that. Yeah, it's certainly a possibility. But yeah, it's all about, does this support level hold? And at the moment, I think this is sort of the range where, you know, you possibly it might make sense to scale up. But again, I said it in the Bitcoin video, we had a few support areas here that did hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one didn't. And let's see if this one is holding. And at some point, these counts will break, right? You can ride the waves as long as these support areas hold and the trade setups hold. At some point, they will start to fail. And then it's sometimes time to just, sit on the sidelines and see what's going to play out. But here we have the difficult possibility to say, is this wave 4 already over? Or do we see a little bit of a deeper wave 4? For me, strategically, it would be, possibly scaling in here with maybe a small position size. If it fails, then another possibility in here. And if that fails as well, then maybe just sit on the sidelines and wait what the market is doing, or maybe enter a short trade. But I would, as long as we are above these support levels, I would be extremely careful with short trades. Very careful, because the trend is still up. Okay, and that's my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.